Welcome to Sign of the Times, December 19th. We have 892,813 confirmed cases of COVID-19. 24,011 people have succumbed to the disease. 780,000 recoveries and some change. And there's a new strand of COVID-19 that we are trying to look at as well. So on Thursday, hundreds of homes were destroyed by fire and fueled by strong winds in Masupumele. At about 4 p.m. on Thursday, the City of Cape Town's fire and rescue service, including a service helicopter, was alerted to the plume of thick black smoke on that informal settlement over there. In addition to the residents, a total of 40 staff on the scene, as well as the police. They were called into control an unruly crowd. A total of 1,000 dwellings were affected by the blaze. From what I understand, thousands are homeless after the fire. There's been relief in the area since 6 o'clock yesterday morning, and they've been helping out with food parcels and other items of interest just to help that people. They obviously they're trying to salvage as much as they can, and the entire operation and the entire cleanup could take up to 2 days. So it is really a tragic condition there in Masupumele. And if you want to give your support, you can call the Masupumele Sport and Rehabilitation Club on 0800 012 322, and you can provide your support there in any way you can. I'm sure they will appreciate anything that the public can do at this time. In other news, there was a bid to stop film shoots on Cape Town's beaches. So Becky Cele deemed the film shoot yesterday morning as unlawful. That was, I believe it was Thursday morning, and there was a permit in place. In terms of Regulation 69, no loud events are permitted. But a film shoot is not a party, it is work. Now, in one shebeen in the Eastern Cape, the police were using methods to make people listen. If shouting doesn't work and the public are responding to requests with violence, the police will be forced to enforce the law with stricter measures. But I really hope that those film shoots, just to go back there, I really hope that we are not intimidated by the police, and that there will be justice in the film industry, especially when there's a permit that allows you to shoot. And we understand that there is a pandemic and what's happening in the country takes precedence, but if you have something that says you're allowed to shoot there, then there shouldn't be any problems. You're not doing any, if you're following the correct guidelines while doing the film shoot, there shouldn't be any problems. You can't compare that to a shebeen crowd. You can't treat a film shoot with the same vigilance that you would a rowdy shebeen. Simply doesn't work like that. In more pressing news, SA missed the deadline to secure COVAX, and the health minister will make an announcement later on. How many vaccine candidates are being evaluated now? Now there are numerous vaccines out there now. There's so many. But if a vaccine is of high quality and there's sufficient data to support it, it can be registered quite soon. There's just one small problem. There's a new strand of COVID-19 out there, and it's unique in this part of the world. So we need to obviously try and fully understand this new strand of COVID so that we can treat it more efficiently. You can't just expect to treat it the same way we were treating the March-April strand, because this is a new mutated strand and it's going to take some new knowledge and research to understand it more efficiently so we can treat it more efficiently. I read that Johnson and Johnson, that company that makes baby oil, is one of the leaders in rolling out the vaccine in this country. Whenever I hear Johnson and Johnson, I only think of baby oil, but they've yet to show us what they can do regarding COVID-19. We could see a vaccine by the second quarter of 2021. Seems a long time away. People are dying of a virus. Well, the first vaccine was 10 months in the making. And, the amount of time it took to make the first vaccine in the history of the world, it's never, been such a short period of time to make a vaccine. I mean, we got a hold of the genome at the beginning of the year. People in the US and the UK are already being vaccinated, and because we're a developing country, we're not getting the virus sooner. We are losing lives as a result of this. Well, if you look at the pandemic flu of 2009, the virus had left by the time the vaccine was rolled out. Now, COVAX is there to level out the playing field and ensure that at least 20% of a country's population gets the vaccine. And I sincerely hope that the countries are going to give us enough and that Johnson Johnson is going to come to the party. I can assure you it's not going to be easy as putting baby oil on your body. If it was that easy, wow, I think we would all be getting some baby oil off the shelves, but this virus is going to take some more attention. Now, before COVID, you could simply get your passport and get off to your favorite country. But now you need a PCR test, you need a negative result on that test, and there's a whole lot of guidelines to follow. But people are still flying, people are still booking flights because we want to get away from whatever reality we're facing. And a change of scenery is probably going to make things better, even if it's just for a couple of days or so. So in other news, the unions NUMSA and SACA are accusing the Public Enterprise Department of mismanaging the restructuring of SAA. Can you tell us more about that, Brian? Well, the DPE made an offer that SAA workers would receive 3 months' salary and a 13th check. And this is money that's owed to them. So a total of an 8 months' salary should be paid out to each SAA worker, but they're only going to get 3 months' salary now. So that means there's going to be 5 months outstanding. Now, there was provision made for this money, and the money set aside to restructure the SAA should not be taken from, people's salaries. So there's no excuse why they are not paying them the full 8 months. So I believe they're saying that if they do pay everyone their 8 months salary, there's going to be a problem with the financial restructuring of SAA. 25,000 Rand for 8 months loss of income is not fair. And by law, they are entitled to more money, and they shouldn't accept anything less. The Department of Public Enterprises has a responsibility, and they're not allowed to take money from Paul to pay Peter. In other more light-hearted news, I hear that 6 is a significant number for Man United in terms of the Premier League. 6 straight away wins, which is an EPL record, and they are ranked 6 on the table. Well, it does look like Hamilton's contract with Seabees will be extended soon, and he is preparing for another season. He should be with him for another 3 years. Hope he's going to do a lot better than me. Well, we are certainly looking forward to Mr. Hamilton's performance in 2021, and we certainly hope that he's going to be with the Grand Prix for years to come. So that's another sign of the times for this 19th of December. Hope you have a very good weekend, and all the best for the festive season.